Welcome everyone to Collective Esports. I'm your host today, Skinny from Prevail. Today we're doing a solo host because evidently no one ever wants to cast with me, but that's alright. We'll trump through this. And today we've got two teams going at it today. NT, who will be starting on attack, and 3D, who will be starting on the defense here. Map's going to be Clubhouse. NT is ready, just I'll wait here for the last of the members of 3D to ready up and we can get this show on the road. Now, for those of you who don't know who either of these teams are, they're both good teams that we got in League. More or less, they've been handed more unfortunate hands in the standings as they are in the lower halves. In fact, they are tied in the standings, so this is a huge game for both of them, as they both hold a score of 2 and 4 with 6 points apiece. We'll just be waiting for the last member, Zolty, who, fun fact, I was former teammates with on another team. But he's all readied up, we're all ready to go, and let's hit the show on the road. So, for bans, definitely on a map like Clubhouse, I can see a Maverick or any kind of hard breacher going on terms of the offense, and then on the defense, you can get really any information up out of there. The defenders could also force a Cade ban if they go for a Thatcher ban, so see how that all plays out. First ban's coming out here from 3D, and it's going to be the Thatcher ban. And to my knowledge, the last time they played, which was on Border, they also forced a Thatcher ban, and they got a Cade ban as a result of it. So we'll see if NT will go into that bluff or not. And for attackers, we'll get a Dukabi ban, which is not a common ban you see in League, but it is nice to see. Usually you'll see the Jackal coming out, but NT expecting some heavy roam play by 3D, looking to try to shut that down as best as possible, and they won't go into the Cade bait, instead opting for an Echo ban, so 3D unsuccessful in forcing NT's hand on their defensive ban. We'll see what they will bring out for the defense. You have the insider information, I'm sure. And last defender ban coming out here, and it's going to be Legion. Not a common ban you see, but an interesting one nonetheless. Definitely going to slow down any attacker push that NT might try to bring. I'm not entirely well versed on NT as a team, so pardon my ignorance, but they're a heavy shield team. That Legion ban is going to suit them so well. Otherwise, I'm not entirely sure. Either that or 3D is going to be rocking the shields on their attacks, but we'll have to wait and see on that. And looks to be a captain pick here. Interesting pick to bring out, especially just right away like that, as the attackers will be more wary to look for it. And what's intentional is Pete's will sit pick off with a mute onto the Valkyrie, while NT seems keen to stick to their lineup, bringing only one hard breacher, which is curious considering that all three are available, but at the same time 3D not bringing any hard breach denial, and we will be going to the Church Arsenal first pick here. See what 3D will do here. Well, alright. So, some curious operator choices here coming out from 3D. Like I mentioned before, no hard breach denial, especially when you force the Thatcher ban. Curious decision, as you're more or less kind of putting yourself at a disadvantage if you don't have that hard breach denial to go on, but 3D does have some really competent fraggers on their team, especially with Zolti, Taco, and Pete's here. So definitely some heavy firepower to be expected from them. But otherwise, this rook pitch is a curious decision. But he will just be staying on site. No impact grenades, but the rotations were made, so that is all fine and dandy for 3D. As we have the first pitch coming out from Ruthless, catching Zolti in what looked to be a rotate? No, he was just on blue stairs. So Ruthless already making his way down into blue, and no one's keen to contest him in here. Sees an alibi trap, doesn't shoot it. Where are the defenders? No one. He's just in blue, right to contest. No one's over here in garage either. Well, never mind. I take that back. We do have the captain of steel here. I'm sure that's no steel, but we'll call him NX for this game. NX fighting with Corpy here, taking a lot of damage and giving none back to NX in the process. So definitely trying to even things out here for 3D. First Fainter Surge is turning out, as it seems they're getting ready to go for a blue take in the armory here, as the Asher Ruthless is just sitting here tight. And it's will pick up his tail finally onto the Yin of Corpy. 4v4, things even out here. Rudy taking a kill on the Ruthless, as we have Tato here contesting with what looks to be the Finta of Roge. And that's coming here to assist his teammate of Taco. But it's a 2v2 brawl going on here in the bars. Steel will take out Aces, as Havana down and Diffuser down as well, and he will be back to the stairs. I think of Roge here still contesting with Tato, who is on very low HP. One shot will do the trick, as we do have the Twitch of Lightning here, who's just in bathroom, still here to support their teammate here. But no Diffuser in hand, minute left. Man advantage in favor of 3D here. Taco wasting so much time here in this bar. Just, ooh, beautiful shot onto Roche, but will get caught out mid-reload to get refragged by Lightning, as he's now placed in a 1v3 here, Diffuser in hand. 30 seconds left. At this point, he's going to have to go frag hunting, as the remaining members of 3D are all full health. Rudy gets taken down, unaware of the hatch above him. But with only 25 seconds left, Lightning's going to have to make a push here and just go frag hunting at this point. And those captain traps are going to be a heavy nuisance. Looks away at the wrong time. It gets dropped down to about half health here by NX. C4 comes out from Pete's, and he will collect the kill on the Lightning, and round 1 goes to 3D. I have to give all the credit in the world there to Taco for wasting so much time in that bar. They did not know what to do to get him out of there. And on top of that, NX here just taking the kills when needed, and just, yeah, all in all, a great hold coming out here by 3D. As they will take their first round, and it looks to be that they're going to go to CC Cache as their secondary site. Pretty typical. Teams will usually go between Church Arsenal and CCTV Cache as their first and second sites respectively. Doesn't matter the order. But we do see the Bandit coming out here by NX. It's a nice change of pace, as we have Tato switching off with the Alibi from last round onto a Mirror. Definitely going to play more of an anchor role here for 3D. Same lineup, more or less, coming out from NT, with the exception of the Yin being swapped off to a Zofia, but another curious decision here by them, as they have all the hard breaches available to them, Maverick included, and this wall right here is going to be such a heavy nuisance to them that I'm not entirely sure how they're going to approach this, as they don't have a butt to deal with the panda batteries down below. I'm sure that's what the Finkel will fulfill, but even then, NT, they have these tools at their disposal, especially for this wall, and the fact that they're not bringing them is a curious decision, to say the least. But not as curious as the constant Rook bit coming out here from Rudy. Granted, Rook, he's the operator to figure out, place your armor down, you help the team. Good gun, has an ACOD, so definitely not opposed to it, just not something every day. Especially with the shield place of the impact. Zolti here going for a spawn peek out onto the warehouse side. Reloading! will take a shot of damage from the Ashe, but has left the Habana of Corpy worse for wear, as he'll wisely fall off here and instead go to the Kennels window, looking for those pits, and he will take out finally the Habana of Corpy, and that is NT's only hard breach, and those hard walls are just going to be a major nuisance for them for the remainder of this round here. First Sphinx Surge already coming out by NT. Roge is over here in bar. We do have Lightning outside of stock in a curious position for his Twitch drone. I'm not entirely sure what that was. But alright. The hatch and the logistics is going to be opened up by Aces, who is supported by Ruthless. Aces also carrying the diffuser here. While we have Rudy playing in Barrage. Pete's just watching cams for his team. Zolty is also down below in Garage to support. Second Faceless Surge already coming out by NT. And to my knowledge, they're left, yeah, with just one Faceless Surge left. And a solo push into Lounge here coming out by Roge. There seems to be some sort of miscommunication. It looks like, I could be wrong, but the fact that no one's really pushing with each other right now seems a bit odd. Granted, their hard reach being taken out has shifted how they have to approach this site, but even then, the Twitch of Lightning doing the go for push on the Garage, be lit up to about 60 HP. Roge getting a pick onto Rudy, that is the Rook taken down. Not a whole lot of utility loss. Lightning still trying to contest Zolty here over in this Garage, who's taking just a slight bit of damage. Roge is also going to get lit up by Pete's playing on Eastern Stairs, who will not push forward. Roge looking to take a fight up here. Not sure if Zolty knows. Pete's will take out Ace's. Lightning refracts onto Zolty as Roge takes out Pete's. It does appear that Ruthless has been down over in construction. He's there all by himself. Lightning picking up a second kill on the NX on a beautiful flick. That is the, I believe, the Bandit taken down, and it's all up now left to Taco here in a 1v3 situation. Well, 1v2 until that Ashe gets picked up, but it doesn't seem that anyone is nearby to grab her. Nope. The Ashe is doing the bleed out here in a very short manner. As Roche pushes up the stairs, Taco sees him. Pre-fires, does not hit. Ruthless might be taken down. Taco gets 2 on the Lightning, that's twitching down. It's a 1v1 between Taco and Roge. Pain's coming out, 5 seconds left. Taco just needs to stay alive. They would push, and Roge would get the kill onto Taco. And NT take their first round in what could have easily been 3Ds, but NT take it. That early pick on the Habana really hurt NT too, but I'm happy to see them bring it back and ultimately win it out. Round 3, and it appears that 3D will go back to CC Cash, as I've stated before, it is one of the primary sites on Clubhouse along with Church Arsenal, but that's locked for another round still. And same lineup coming out here by 3D, as well as NT, with the exception of the Habana being replaced by a Thermite. So more active hard reach coming out here by NT. And here's a storyboard for anyone that's wondering so far. 4 and 3 is Lightning and Roche, Ruthless with 1. Aces and Corpy, who have, along with been swapping roles a lot so far, yet to find their way onto the scoreboard in terms of kills, but kills are not everything in Siege, we all know this. On the other end, things a lot more equal for 3D so far. 3 2-2s and 2 1s, but we are only on round 3, so things can change here for sure. Alright, we'll see if first Sphinx Surge already coming out here immediately. I'm not entirely sure why. That's just a straight up waste. That would infer a rush, but even then, no rush appears to be happening here by NT. Curious decision by Roge, but hopefully their hard breach doesn't get picked off here super early and then get that wall open. However, again, with the Thatcher ban, that's easier said than done. They're going to have to apply pressure to this wall vertically from down below in lounge, and that's easier said than done in itself. We do have Ants here on the other side, ready to bandit trick. First mirror window does get opened by the Twitch. Roge and Zalti appearing to be in some form of engagement. Zalti left worse for wear. And again, in this bar, Roge just keen the whole pool table with his life, this entire attacking side, it seems. Expecting a flank from bathroom, but no flank will come as Zalti is still positioned inside of stage. We'll come back to this. Balcony wall still not open. Some pits around out the Ruthless. Lightning does take out Rudy immediately to switch off of it, but good kill for NT. Zalti will refried Lightning, who's still in lounge, or stage rather, and Roge is just sitting out here in push. We'll see the Jaeger, who takes a lot of damage, was still in this fight with 1 HP. That frag grenade making it even smaller, and he will get down by Corpy, who goes for the flank through lounge. Great communication coming out here by NT. As we have Pete contesting Corpy up here on Eastern Stairs. Damages him a lot. Second finger surge coming out here. And some drone work coming out by Corpy. All three needs to do is hold sight. This wall has not been open, and it's taking out aces in garage, and that is Heartbreach and Diffuser down with only just under a minute left. We do have Corpy down here below who will try to contest the bandit inside of garage. But that kill alone has definitely swung things in favor of NT. Corpy definitely trying to flush the bandit out of position here. I'm gonna try to nade him out here, but no kill will come out of it. Tato taking out Ruthless, and that's taking out Corpy, and Peace will get the final kill on the Roge, and just a fury of kills coming out here by 3D to win them the round. So, great back and forth coming out here by both teams so far, which is of no surprise, because as I mentioned earlier, these teams are tied in the standings, so definitely going to be a close game here, and so far it has been, coming down to the wire here. Nice and even, really, between the teams so far. As 3D will go back to Church Arsenal, and we have an IQ coming out, which is a first for this game. And we will also have Taco picking out the Vigil. Aces will sit spit the IQ onto possibly an IQ at this pace. And Sledge, as Zalti will sit spit the Jaeger to a bandit last second here. Again, Radiant in really utilizing their Thatcher ban, as they really don't have much to do to get those bandit batteries off, especially on Church Arsenal here, as you really can't get much vertical play onto the Church side from up above. So great play here by 3D and the operator choices here. What I'm curious about though is NT, they know that the Thatcher is banned, but the thing is Maverick isn't, and I'm a bit concerned by the fact that they haven't utilized that Maverick yet, because that's really your only chance of getting, that's really like your only substitute for the reinforced walls if you want to get them off, to get those bandit batteries off, as 3D is not keen to run a Cade, even on basement. So it seems to be a bit of misplay coming out by both teams so far, but ultimately it does make things a bit more interesting for me personally. We'll have Zalti playing over here in Strip Club, definitely playing super aggressive as I know him to. We'll have Taco residing in Bar, and a very cheeky angle here, right on top of the jukebox. You can suspect you can catch one off guard if you come in here through stage, but he'll be droned out. They know he's in Bar, maybe not the exact positioning, but Zalti will get the pick off onto Roge, and that is the Ash taken down. Definitely your spearhead operator for any push that you want taken out early. That's a good pick on 3D's side. As we have the Thermite here of Corpy over by stage. Solo pushing along with Lightning nearby. But we'll be taken out by Tato, and again, that's the only hard breach available for NT taking out within the first minute. Tato only at half health, but still, the damage is done. NT find themselves a 2-man death. We have aces here in stock. Looking out, they hatch open. Looking test with Tato do some damage, but ultimately wants to secure a kill and goes straight through the wall in hopes of a kill. Tato doing the impacted. Neither seeming to catch each other at all. Looking for push. Taco missing some shots. Aces will collect the kill. First one for his team, only sustaining a little bit of damage. Ruthless will be down though in blue. Lightning picks up the kill on his ulti though, and that is the roam presence by 3D, all taken out. Lightning got down to about half health here, but you're in a 3v2 situation. Ruthless is just in a bad spot over in blue right now, down. It looks like Rudy is going to push up. We do have a player over in oil pits, and that's will finally get the kill onto Ruthless as the Lightning here going to hit some shots, but not enough to take down Rudy. Left at only half health. Tato will disconnect as we have Anats playing a Lawn Idol here in Church, and the blue will collect the kill onto Lightning as it's all left up now to the sludge of aces here in a 1v3. Not a good situation to be, as Pete will collect the kill on the aces, and that is 3D's third round here. And I believe they're going to go for a rehost. I won't be surprised to see it. Scoreboard for anyone here. I believe Taco had, I want to say 5 or 6 kills as well. So the Frad's showing out here by 3D for sure. NT, you have 3 players going 1, 1, and 4 all together here, while Rouge and Lightning are really picking up most of the Frads for their team. And yes, we will have a rehost here. But all in all, really good defenses coming out here by 3D. The one round that they lost was essentially just down to the wire of Tato losing a 1v1 gunfight. But it's funny because he didn't really need to take it. But we will go for a rehost here as I get this all set up. Try to see what's going on with y'all up here in Twitch chat. But all in all, a really good game going on so far. It's a shame no one was available to co-cast with, because they're missing out, at least in my opinion here. But, well, let me send this invite out first. But, what do you guys think? How are you guys liking the game so far? Because I'm having a blast of a time here, personally. We have Thatcher, Doki, Echo, and Legion. 3D have really been rocking these odd bands lately, I've noticed. Orange Wind, Church Arsenal. And that should be correct. Let these guys come in here. Send this invite out to Tato. I'm confused why he plays on his face Tato account, because he does have a Tato 3D account, so why you wouldn't play on that in your lead matches is beyond me, but not my team, not my concern. Get everyone back in here. Score is 3-1 in favor of 3D so far. But let's wait for everyone to load in here. Riot's back in here. Seems that Riots was initially going to be the player in here, but judging by Twitch chat, his internet was not working out for him. As we have someone from 3D back out. That's Zelty. Ruthless needs to switch sides back. I want to get the show back on the road. Don't know what's going on with 3D right now. Zelty will be back in. So 3D is ready. I just need to get confirmation by NT. I swear to God, I'm not playing Siege right now because of this music. I can't escape it. Trust me, Jello, I hate it just as much as you do. So we've got all 3D ready. Just gotta wait on NT to confirm that they are ready. Chatta. Get a little message out here. Never mind, I already sent it. As soon as I send it, Aces wants to reply to me inside of the Discord. Come on, pick one or the other. I know I just messaged you, but come on, just pick one or the other, please. Okay. So 3D is ready. We have NT not ready, but they have time to be ready, I suppose. So until then, just gonna be chilling with y'all in Twitch chat, even though I'm unaware of whatever y'all have been talking about. I'm going to just do that so you guys don't have to be subject to that. Let's see. Alright, so figuring out some issues with teams so far. Sorry for the wait. We've just got some technical issues going on, we'll say. Go back to Twitch chat here. Let's see. Am I casting any games tomorrow? Currently no, but given how everything's been going today in the commentators, I wouldn't be surprised if I had to. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. Just our community team versus team. No, this is 2 teams in the same league currently playing a lead match between each other. I don't know how much sense that makes, but J-Man Hype 23, notice you. Oh, all eyes on you right now, J-Man. Here for you. Come on, Jack. Might have to message damage instead. But he's in a scrim. I'll send us the damage and the mechs. I don't know who. I just want to get this game back on the road. Fabian. So this isn't a dual 4 kind of thing. No, this is a completely different kind of league. It's not the same as dual 4s, but it's a newer league we're developing day by day. And if anyone's interested in joining said league, then contact Jack FG from Farside Gaming. He'll happily help you out. Titan Slayer Racer. I hit up Damage and Mets Malik, but I might have to hit them up too. I don't find all of them. Why are you all busy now? Okay, Titan. Who else? Is it Titan Slayer and Racer? Oh my god. Again, huge apologies to everyone in Twitch chat. I want this game to get going just as much as you guys do, but no one wants to talk to me, just like no one wants to cast with me. I'm the redhead stepchild of not only my team, but also of Collective, it seems, but that's okay. Free agent, nobody wants me. So Malik, basically, this roster here for 3D, Riots wasn't initially here, it was Rudy, but scrolling back up in Twitch chat, I believe that Riots, his Xbox had an update to it, I guess, but it finished updating, so I'm not entirely sure what the weight is. Thanks, Nicolo, I appreciate it. I respect you too, aside from trying to watch over a frost mat on this very map, but that's neither here nor there. But also, speaking of Nicolo, shout out to former Icon for being picked up by Check 6. That's really great, not publicity, but, you know, attention, I guess you'd say, for not only his team, but all of Collective by extension, so. And probably because you cast it. Yeah, serious, I don't know. The ranks of the players here will usually range from gold to diamond. Usually you're in the, I won't say plateau area, but ranked these days really doesn't translate super well into a comp play. I mean, Sauce believe it is against the rules since I believe a team has done it before. I don't know why I just typed that out instead of just saying it. Okay, so it's allowed, but it wastes the one team's rehost. Alright, that's a good enough answer for me. Alright, so it is allowed, but that is 3D's only rehost. I will relay this information to Aces. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I didn't mean to copy and paste. My brain's all over the place right now. I just tried to copy paste a screenshot, so so that's always nice. But wait for Aces to see. And once he is confirmed of it, then I will get the show on the road, as I'm sure we're all dying to get back into this game. That sounded a lot more sarcastic than I meant to, but really, I'm not trying to have a situation like yesterday, where we chilled out here for like 2 hours. Alright, so I'm gonna assume Lightning's ready, and we're gonna get this show back underway. Tired of wasting my time, tired of wasting your time, tired of wasting the team's times. Let's do it. Pete's game started. Yep. See you, homie. Alright, so reminder to everyone, this is after rehost. The storylines were, I believe it was Lightning and Rouge were getting most of the kills on NT. The other 3 were all 1, 1, and 4. And then on the side of 3D, it's really been pretty even in terms of kills. No one really standing out too much, but definitely everyone fulfilling their roles, as Annette's will switch off of the Roach onto the Alibi. So, interesting decision. The Zofia being swapped out onto the Habana. And again, NT really sticking with this one-man, or this one hard reach, which I don't understand, because 1, your Thatcher's banned, and 2, you have all hard reachers available to you. I don't see why you don't utilize them all to their fullest extent, but that's not, ultimately, I'm not the one playing this game, so teams can do as they see fit. And we will be going to Gym Bedroom for the first time, which usually ends up being a team's 3rd site if they successfully defend the other 2 in a row. As you know, no one wants to go here to bar, because smoke this off right here, Twit Plant. It's like service entrance on coastline, but even easier for the attackers. Zolty taking some damage from, or Riot's rather. Zolty is no longer on the Yater, but I heard a window breaking, so I'm just expecting his usual spawn peaks. We'll see if this rehost really kills any momentum for either team or really helps them out, but I believe this is the first really first game. Sorry, I just had 5 shots by the Alright, so Riot's playing all in strict mode, really getting the player on snap. Being distracted by a Twitch drone, and Rouge not taking advantage of that. Definitely a misplay on NT's part. Could have easily flushed out the Yater from strip and even down a pitch. He will retreat back down into basement, so Riot's is just going to be a thorn in the side of NT for now, along with NX playing over here by Blue Stairs. As we have Corby taking garage control. Done shots going out here from Tacos. He does take out Ruthless. That's the Ash taking out, which I believe was outside the window? Oh no, that wasn't construction. We do have Corby over here who is looking to get a refrag potentially. As Taco takes out Lightning too. Again, I'm not sure where from. Never mind, it's from logistics as the hatchet's open. Rouge from stairs will take out Taco. Still takes out Corpy, and I'm expecting Riots to not rotate onto the sledge. And it's in Riots have control of Cash Room now. You've got the Hibana of Aces and Logistics, and Roach has rotated from Construction down into stage, expecting a drop from the hatch above from Construction, but Anax is not going to take it. Tragedy coming out the wrong way. This could be deadly, and by some miracle, Roach takes out Rights, but Anax is immediately there to refrag, and it's all up now to the Hibana of Aces to clutch this out of 1v3. Zalti doing minimal damage to Aces, but he's trapped in a corner right now as Zalti coming in will get decapitated by Aces, who almost gets a second onto Annette's. Very heavily lit is the alibi. She'll retreat back to bar and just waste more time here, but Pete's ultimately gets the kill onto Aces. Immediately some try to switch over, and 3D take their 4th round. And through the Hibana hole, just to add a little bit of insult to injury. And it appears that 3D will go to CCTV Cash Room as their final defense, as Church Arsenal is still locked for them, and they switch side sets around, so it makes sense. Now, the curious thing to me, and I feel like a broken record at this point, is NT not utilizing the Maverick at all, especially with a Thatcher ban, but for the... No, don't do that, please. Okay, so I was doing the praise them for finally bringing 2 hard breachers as Zalti sits picks the Yater to a Yater, but instead we're doing that Corpy, I believe, sits picking the Hibana onto the sledge. So NT very adamant on not having more than 1 hard breacher, which in place of a Thatcher ban, I don't know. But if they can make it work, then I suppose so. But so far 3D has proven to be indomitable on these defenses here, as the one round that they did lose was, as I said before, just a 1v1 gunfight lost. But trying to catch up with you guys here in Twitch chat. Well, I need to get this all set up. I don't have to use Maverick? Yeah, I don't know either. Not ramping. Yeah, you're right, William. Ruthless already taking damage from a spawn peach, who I don't even need to assume it was Zalti doing the spawn peach. Makes the most sense. Corby over here, bar. The dodge of Riot's taking a lot of damage. That Twitch drone can do a lot. Just stim yourself quick. There you go. He gets pushed by the Ash of Roche, who collects the kill, while Zalti does collect the kill onto the sledge of Corpy up above. Over near bar. Zalti's just gonna show out in the lobby lounge area for now, as Roche and Ruthless both downstairs. So continuing a roam clear here, but there are no roamers downstairs. Reads to me as a clear lack of drone work on the side of NT, which, if that's the case, it has been really punishing them by their own means. So Road will collect the second kill though onto Pete. That is the Valkyrie taken down, and one of the C4s on 3D's side, but I would imagine they still have 2 more here. Nope, only 1 more. And that's opting for barbed wire instead, but Zalti wasting so much time here by just sitting still. And NT to figure this out if they just droned it out a bit more thoroughly, but here we are, and that's figuring out that there is no push coming out from garage. Opting to possibly go for a lawn flank here. Elsewhere, half wall does get opened, and Taut will be the only one on site going to try to contest the players who have rotated into construction. Roche not winning out the gunfight here. You don't have to make it quick, but ultimately, as falling back into the bullet pit here, very low HP, along with Roche, who's just getting sandwiched here by the players of NT. As Lightning picks up a kill onto Zalti in lobby finally here. And it's all up now to Tato, who gets taken out by Aces. It's all up now to Anats, who's rotated back into CC room and has down the thermite here. Expecting one to push up on the stairs, but it's pinched right now. Some missed shots coming out here by both players, but Aces will ultimately come out on top, and NT finally taking a second round here. They split the half 4-2, but given that Clubhouse is a much more defender-sided map, not at all too surprising, but I will say that's the only round where I feel that NT has been, or has not been, but rather has had a convincing win, we'll say, as I've harped on many times before. 1v1 gunfight, 1-1. But with that being said, we will be switching sides here, and I believe this is the first Pulse we've seen this whole game, and Ella, and Cav. Very different lineup coming out here by NT, as well as 3D. Very different playstyles here being displayed by both teams, but I like it. It's definitely nice to see how two teams interpret a map, because there's plenty of ways to play any map, even a map as linear as Oregon, but this is not Oregon, this is Clubhouse, and Riot sits picking the Twitch onto the Jackal here, as the Kebi was banned out by NT. Definitely doing some homework on 3D here, as we will be going to Church Arsenal for their first defense on the side of NT. Yes, Nitwell, we're all proud of the last round of Rome player. At least it's something. So this right here is curious for me. So you've got a Church Arsenal defense and no reinforcements coming out onto the church wall here, especially with the Bandit in play, who has been painting it. Pre-play C4 coming out here on the wall, but no reinforcements on that church wall, which Corpy is really hoping for. Really questionable hold here coming out here by NT. But maybe it'll work just by the sheer confusion that it's causing me. Maybe it will transcribe over to 3D as well. As we do have Corpy playing garage. Ruthless playing a hard angle onto the kennel window. Almost takes out Taco, but just a little bit too late here. Some more drone work coming out. You know he's there. Pre-plep C4 on Ron side, not even making it out. And alright. Waste of C4, and that's 1 of 2, 3. The other pre-play C4 also gone by Aces. You've only got 1 C4 left in a minute into the round. Not a good pick. Road will take out Pete's, and Ruthless takes out NS. Lightning gains ulti. Flurry of kills coming out here by NT. And it's all left now to the Zofia of Tatu, who's down but can easily revive himself, and Bryce, who's on 1 HP. This round to be over very quickly, so Tatu will revive himself, only be taken out by Corpy, and Riot's is left in a 1v5. And a near flawless round by NT. Riot's taking down Ruthless, but Lightning immediately refragging on the flank, and I'm sorry for missing all of that, but I am genuinely confused by that last hold there. But I mean, that's probably the most decisive defense we've had this whole game, so I can't really question it. As we have NT going to CCTV cash for the second hold, and it's bringing out the Maverick for the first time this entire game. I am so happy to see this. And sits pitch coming out from Aces, from the Alibi to the Jaeger to pitch. Zolti doing a rare sits pitch off of the Ash, maybe, onto the Capital, so definitely playing more utility, which is nice to see. It's nice to see Hunter expanding. But see what the roam game by NT can do this round, as I believe, no, they had a Valkyrie last round, but all 3 speeds coming out here by NT. Not something you really see every day, but definitely mates for an interesting match to watch for sure. almost ranked us in a good way. In a good way. As lots of fast-paced action. Hopefully I can keep up for you guys, but alright, so let's see what. So many pains coming out here. And to get this balcony wall reinforced. Ruthless seem to be the one missing on the reinforcements, which as the Pulse, you don't have anything else to do in your prep phase, so we'll see. Zalti getting some pre-fires out from Garage onto the window next. And we do have one player here inside of Garage. Ruthless playing super aggressive here, and will get decapitated again by Riots here. Great pick, and that's one C4 off of the board. You're only left with C4 of Corpy, who is trying to contest here on Garage balcony, but we're taken out by Taco. And that's both your C4s down. And all Maverick needs to do is get this wall open without getting shot, but he doesn't even need to do that, as Taco taking out the bandit batteries, narrowly avoiding a pick by Cav playing over by East Stairs. That's Roche. He will rotate down into Lounge and go for a deep flange, but no one's down below. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. And it's taking minimal damage here. Taco's in sight, and he does take out Aces. 2 players left for NT, both the Cav, who's on deep flange, taking out Riots. That is your Twitch taking down, but not a whole lot of utility down in. A plant going down in just over a minute. And it's going to be a heavy retake here by NT. Second construction will connect, but ultimately with a shotgun, not a whole lot of damage done to Taco here. Looking away momentarily, but he will get the kill on the Lightning, and it's now left up to Roche, who will not get a single body in a 1v4 retake, and 3D bouncing back very decisively there. NT definitely playing way too aggressive for their own good there. And really curious to me to see that Pulse, especially playing out in Garage, opposed to playing underneath and possibly Lounge, going for a C4 pick. But yeah, definitely 3D matching aggression with aggression, much similar to the last game we had, which was God Tier versus Centurion, which was, as the rounds progressed, it was just aggression meets aggression, just head-on collision. So wouldn't be surprised to see more of that come out by both teams here. As we do have NT going back to CCTV cache, and nice to see them fall back a bit on their operator choices, and nice to see them get Falcon you all right away, even though it's 2 people forcing it. Ruthless coming forward to get off it, it looks like, but ultimately more preoccupied with the drone, and Corby will go back onto it. Okay. But nice to see the Maestro come out here, as Echo is banned, but definitely some more anchor potential coming out here by Rogue. And I like this shield here. Usually you'll see this more placed forward, but if a team were to run a shield and rain them up to the balcony here, that vaulting animation can buy any defender playing Catwalk here enough time to rotate or get a pick off. But yeah, nice to see the Meister come out, and curious to see how this dodge will utilize, which I expected to peek. I doubt a peek. Peek himself will take out Ruthless, taking very minimal damage, but that's 3 members that Ruthless had, so maybe that can come back later on in the round. But your dock first pick early on, not really. I don't think it's entirely worth it. But, and that's a little too far there to be hitting that wall. Zalti will take out Corpy though. I believe that was from Garage. Yeah, he got the angle from the window outside Garage. We have Roche here in a corner. I don't know if Zalti knows he's there. He doesn't. He looks away and almost wins out the fight. Roche very heavily lit, but will be repressed by, and we have full site control. Lightning taking out Taco here. These rounds are just turning into all-out brawls by both teams. Rise on 1 HP. We have the Maverick dropping down below. Lightning could possibly go for a run out on the repel, but NX is already up here. It's all up now to Aces, trying to go for a space for the wall, but NX will win that fight. Beautiful headshot, and now, again, Plant going down within just over a minute, and Lightning has to do another 1v3 retake this time, but with a shotgun, very minimal health. He will down the Maverick, though. And the other players are very heavily lit. It will get the kill on the Riots, and now it's a 1v2 between Pete and Lightning. Lightning very low HP, but Pete's will get the kill, but not before Lightning takes out NX. And 3D, again, winning out another round. Much closer round, to be fair. But, man, those early picks onto the roamers of not 3D, NT are really not paying them any favors, and we're already on match point here. 6-3. I'll bring up the scoreboard here. Mind you guys, this is after rehost. Rouge and Lightning still really putting in a lot of the heavy lifting for their team on the frags, joined 7-6 after a rehost. I know one of them is in double digits now. I believe it's Lightning, who would be at 13, I believe. Meanwhile, things still pretty even across the board for 3D here, but man, the rest of NT, Fradrai is really not pulling up a whole lot. I believe that's a combined 8 kills across this entire game. And again, kills don't say everything on the scoreboard, but a 6-3 scoreline certainly says a lot. And Taco breaking out the blitz, resulting on 6-pick the Twitch onto a Finka. Man, that's a deadly combo. We will be seeing a Cade being brought out for the first time here this match, as NT will go back down to Church Arsenal. And mind you, this is the only defense they've won, and they won it very convincingly. But, man, I don't know if they know what's coming for them in this attack by 3D. And you've got a Buck in play too. I believe that's the first Buck we've seen. And this is looking like 3D's ready to close this game out. And hopefully for NT's sake they can bounce back, but I don't know. Hopefully we can see that church wall reinforced, possibly. It really is concerning, but I guess the idea here is, you know, you can't take out church wall if there's no one left to take it out. So, you know, it worked for NT once, but this lineup coming out by 3D is definitely gonna make it a lot more difficult for them. 3D definitely is ready to close this game out. So I should say, oh man, heavy play coming out here by the Cade of Ruthless. Ruthless has just been the most aggressive player here. Flashbang will not connect, but the bullets of Riots will, and that is the Cade taken out within the first 30 seconds. First Phanger Boost does come out here, and Riots already has blue control. We have a Phanger over in stock, but second Phanger Surge coming out here. And we got Corky playing up the top of Eastern Stairs. I don't know if the Phanger is aware of his positioning. Some missed shots coming out here, too late coming out. Valkyrie taking has some heavy damage as Riot towards the second kill onto the Valkyrie, and he's in church already. Lightning refresh on the nets, but Riot gets his third kill. He could possibly get an ace here. Taka will take out Roche. Plant going down, and it's all up now left to Corpy in 2 minutes. Plant going down, looking for a retake. We'll get the down, not even a down, and it's just total annihilation by 3D as they take their final round and really just hit NT in that last round like a freight train with that rush. Riot's really spearheading it. But man, what a final round. And what's funny is they didn't even come out onto a church cage. Man, I'm shocked. What a game. But that is the game between 3D and NT. 3D really on the comeback lately in this league, winning 2 games very decisively. Their attacks have just been off the charts, they've lost 1 attack round over 2 games, which I don't know about you, but personally I think that's incredible. Get Taco in here, I believe, for an interview with the beautiful profile picture. But yeah, GG's to both teams. And we do have Taco in here. Taco, what's going on? What up? What up? Make sure to delete your audio, which I'm sure you have.
Yeah.
All right, for sure. Well, man, what a game. GG, first of all, but man.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. So where to even start on that? Well, like I said, GG first of all, but man, I don't know. I guess let's start with these last two games of you guys's. You guys have really been on the comeback.
Yeah.
Especially in your guys' attacking rounds. You guys have lost one attacking round over the course of 2 games so far, which I think is pretty impressive personally. But what's the secret? What's the trick?
I don't know. We've just been practicing a lot more strats. More like team play, like more call outs and stuff, and
Definitely.
better communication, pretty much.
Definitely. I'm happy to hear that for you guys personally. But
Thank you.
it's definitely showing for sure. But one thing I've noticed a lot from your last 2 games especially is you guys have been forcing a Thatcher ban on teams. And
Yeah.
what's the thought process behind that? Are you guys trying to force out a Cade or Bandit mute ban? Any of those? I guess Bandit mute Cade. Or is it more so you guys know how to attack without a Thatcher and you want to kind of pressure other teams with that?
Yeah, it's pretty much we already know how we're gonna push without a Thatcher. We have everything like already like in our head, like what we're gonna do and stuff. So pretty much what we're gonna.
Definitely. I mean, it is a very powerful ban, especially on a map like Clubhouse. And what's curious to me is I don't know if you guys would have noticed, but on the side of NT on their attacks, at no point did they ever bring a Maverick, and at no point did they ever have 2 hard breachers. They ran a singular hard breacher that entire attacking half, and really, I'm confused by it. I really feel like they could have benefited from any of the hard breacher being on the board, especially a Maverick. But I was gonna say for you guys, I mean, definitely the Maverick helped you guys out, but it wasn't even that. You guys were just indomitable on your attacks. It's almost scary, and that last round rush really just kind of solidified that. Definitely, you guys trying to get that game over as soon as possible. But
I was like, I was gonna pick Blitz. I was just playing Blitz. Just everything happened there.
And then on behalf of your defense, really, you guys only lost 2 defenses. Your first one was just a 1v1 gunfight being lost out, which it happens, and then the last round it was kind of just your roamers being picked off early. I do want to touch on the first attack round where really it's just you guys getting all caught out. What went wrong in that one attack?
I don't even know, to be honest with you. Like everything just happened like a little bundle, and like I was so confused. Everyone kept on dying, and I was calling out like, yo, there's someone in garage storage, and everyone died. So I went to go peek him, and he killed me. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. From my point of view, 3 people all got dropped immediately. You were down, but being Sophia, you could pick yourself back up, but you got immediately refragged, and then you left with the Jackal, which was Riots on like 1 HP. Yeah, 1 kill, but at that point it doesn't really matter. But I will say though also on those on NT side for the Church Arsenal defenses they had, I don't even think you guys would have had the opportunity to see it on either attack of that site, but 0 reinforcements on Church Wall coming out by them, and I was shocked by it. But ultimately it didn't matter as you guys take the game 7-3, and that will in fact propel you guys above NT on the scoreboard for your guys' division, as you guys were both tied with 6 points, 2 wins and 4 losses. So it's definitely nice to see you guys on the come up now for sure. But that's really all the questions that I have for you. So at this point, really, anything you want to shout out, any team, any new plans coming up, whatever you guys may have going on, just it's your time to shine. Let it out.
All right. Well, first things first, shout out Rudy, NX Skill. Everyone pretty much got Team Peaks, Riots, Jalapeno. He was watching at home, couldn't be here. Pretty much how everyone doing what they had to do on the team. Good plays, good game to Oh shit, my mic's up.
Yeah. Oh, you're good.
But pretty much good game to, I mean, everyone. That's pretty much all I
Yeah,
have to say.
it was definitely a hell of a game to cast, especially with especially having to do it all solo, man. I was getting
Yeah.
too lost for words. Way too much going on for me to keep track of. But yeah, definitely a really entertaining one to watch. But with that, I've been Skinny, your one and only host here tonight. With me, Taco from 3D, who never plays on his Taco 3D account for some odd reason. Be sure to give us a follow on all of our social medias, on our Twitch, our Instagram, our Twitter, all at Collective or Collect Esports. They vary, I don't remember which is which, but Collective_Esports, that's us. Come give us a follow, come enjoy our games. You know, we got a lot of blossoming potential coming out here by the teams and players here, so definitely come